Welcome on back everyone to Total War Warhammer 3 and part 8 of our Vilitch the Curseling Champions of Chaos campaign. In today's episode we are here for the Siege of Tancred Castle where the Skull Smashers are cosplaying as Bretonnians. We're going to do what we can to rip them to shreds all the same. Let's get to it. Alright, let's get to it. So this is a Kislevite city reskin as Bretonnian. Fair. We shall go ahead and attack from this angle then. We shall set up the pink horrors in the middle. We'll have them all coming out of the woods here, that way return fire from these towers shouldn't be as effective. I just wanted to all be actually hidden. Come on, there we go. And then we'll go ahead and do the flamers, which I don't know if these guys can hide. No, they can hide nowhere. They're a little bit too loud and spicy. We'll just go ahead and throw them a little bit further up the hill here, and they can kind of circle around as the battle gets going. But they can't really do much until we get through the gates anyway. Spawn of Zinch, we'll go ahead and throw in on both sides here. Perfect, they are hidden. We'll have the Lord of Change actually flap his way all the way over on the other end. That way we can convince the Greens. Actually, you know what? There's no need to be Slaneshi levels sneaky here. So these three warriors also in the woods here.
We are the cunning.
We sneaky. And then we'll have the Chosen, which we've actually upgraded one other of our Chaos Warriors into Chosen, so we only have one final that needs the good old upgrades. Coming along nicely. That's pretty much everyone. Let's just get the boys. We'll go ahead and have you and your big old shrine up front, and the other two on the other end. Perfect. Anyone still waiting to be deployed? Looks like the answer is no. Let's get all of our main characters together. The infantry, our ranged boys, and then the big chunkies. Let it begin. Alright, so we'll go ahead and let Vilitch and company start taking the initial volleys. We go ahead and prepare ourselves. Battle Transmutation is a really good one here because it'll hit both these units. Let's do it. Vilitch will go for... Oh, we can't get one up the top. How sad. What if we just wait for one of those units to come on down? We might be able to get a good blue fire too, but we'll just wait a second. Alright, the archer's gonna start dumping in some shots. Both Vilitch and Harry are extremely well armored, and they'll shrug it off pretty effectively. Those black orcs up top are something we're not gonna want to deal with until quite a bit later. Alright, Lord of Change, over the top please. Alright, is my shrine a little bit confused? Oh, they're just casting spells. That's no problem. Amen wants them. A couple of our spawn have taken some hits. They're charging single file line in, so that's bound to happen. Alright, Vilitch, get ready. I believe we had a couple different kinds of spells here. Well, we do have metal spells. Yeah, go ahead and blend them up. Getting shot at from those angles here a little bit more than I would like, so let's go ahead and bring the horrors forward. And all of our armored boys too, so let's go ahead and have you three just advance up front. And then Doom Knights. I see no isolated units, but let's just fly over the top and sun them from the other angle here. Into the front line, we'll go ahead and have you drop final transmutation on as many units as you can here. Meanwhile, Vilitch, lots of guys are running, so let's see if we can't get a nice Treason of Siege or a gateway. Let's do it right there as they're running from the final transmute. We've got the Storm of Flame for those that are going to stop moving. Lovely. Refill some more magics here. I had data being green again. Knights are coming flying in too. Alright, we'll have them just go ahead and knock guys off the walls there. You've got some pink fire to throw through this big blob of orcs. And then some blue fire as well. Go through the gates, charge on in. Those trolls first. Pink horrors, you guys need to all advance on the black orcs. Thank you kindly. Flamers, go ahead and advance up here. And we can treason Siege this group. Alright, let's come on in and over the top again here. Take down these black orcs. Those two knights won that fight pretty well. Let's go ahead and pull them away so their barrier can recharge. Forward. Onto slaughter. Probably being dramatic by himself. Let's go ahead and pull you boys away, taking a little bit too much damage. Same thing here, just getting shot up by those archers. Which I disagree with heavily. We'll fly you up and around. Pink horrors, you're not really doing much. Let's go ahead and have two of them set up here. These other two come on around. He's not doing any casting, so let's go for the Guinness Golden Hounds right in this back group. Those are biggins, let's not. Let's go for these archers then. Biggins are a bit dangerous. We'll send Vilitch and company to go get the two biggins. Guinness Golden Hounds does a very good job in there. Let's go ahead and send both the spawn teams in after this biggins. More fireworks, too. So let's just go ahead and make them real concerned about getting hit either way. Thank you, Zeech, for your many gifts. We're going to run down the rest of these orcs just for the extra experience, and I'll catch you all in a moment. Alright, decisive win, 5 lost, and we're disappointed in each and every one of you. 246 souls is not bad. Oh, speaking of not bad in terms of souls and sacrificed captives, let's go ahead and sack this.
This will only extend my power.
Yes, and then we'll go ahead and let them build back up for a moment. So we'll have villagers kind of fall back while raiding. I thought we'd get some souls while raiding. I was a little bit surprised we're not. That's alright. Vilitch will go ahead and have you, since we've got down to our Greater Arcane Conduit. I'm a little bit happier to come up here for its Infernal Champion. We're not, right? Because we don't really need to necessarily worry about his melee stats have been doing just fine for us. Warp Fire, though, would buff up all of our missile and flying units. Let's go for that. We'll make Vilitch's pawns stronger. Which is probably not something he would necessarily do in the lore. He cares much more about himself. Alright, glorious. So we'll just stay here and raid, let them come on back over here to maybe flood back into the castle, and that's a lot more souls for us. Even when we do it so, we take them down and decide to raise it. Alright, so back here at the altar of the Crimson Harvest, we will snag the treasure house.
Rage swells.
And likely is going to make sure we can't do any more upgrading because of just sheer amounts of cash for all of our chaos buildings. That's alright. Roger, you and your brother army here can work on...
My prayers are answered.
My prayers are answered. Work on retrofitting your armies after we took down Malachi. We'll just move all the undivided guys over to Earl, who's going to be our one and only undivided army. And then Roger's going to keep his guys that he currently has and start grabbing a few more as each mark. Actually, we can grab him the secondary group of Changebringers too. I want these two to go to Vilitch is the only thing. So you get to have one group. You can have your one Vanguard. We'll also go ahead and give the Soul of Damnation is undivided, so we'll give that to Earl. Golden Griffin is interesting. Let's go ahead and grab the Weird Spawn. And then the Chromatic Aberrations is 42 aiming. Why do they have so many bullets? They'll be firing for days. And they also have a barrier and a special little... Not quite a shield, but it is a shield. They got a 360 missile block. And they also are going to be boosting how fast their barriers recharge. Looks like anytime spells are cast. They're definitely not bad. As far as blue horrors go, they're pretty decent. Most of the Tzeentch ROR is here with Roger. Roger, the much beloved. Earl, we're going to have you dropped into no kind of stance, I guess, is the answer. Oh, it's fine.
Of course.
Ventress, you go ahead and block this bridge for us, if that's even a thing. And Plagueis, you can come up and join. I'd say Earl squad. He's a little bit lonely.
So discord.
So discord. Now you're going to go over there and be a bodyguard. Very different jobs.
I do so enjoy it when a willing puppet comes for his strings.
Hi there, Nakari. He wants a trade agreement. For now, I don't mind this. Thank you for the money of subjugation.
The changer changes all.
Alright, that's a steed for the wise.
All puppets.
And Shirks looks like he is waiting. Oh. Alright. So the other army's bringing the chaff, and your army has all of the big beaters.
No.
That's pretty scary. Well, if we manage to ambush them, so if we get closer and manage to teleport up on them,
I'd rather eat a squid.
they don't have a chance to bring in their Wa army.
Magic and Misrule are mine.
I'd love to sack the settlement again, though, just to be disrespectful.
Everything
Let's come
goes
raiding
to
around the
plan.
side. I don't know why it wants to drag me around the corner that hard.
You're not
They
right,
can't
Ed.
reach us. So we can just be a nuisance, stealing some gold from them. We don't have that much at the moment anyway, so having a little bit more pouring onto the coffers is definitely a good idea. Oh, we are the Wa target.
For the Weaver.
Definitely a scary threat for them. You go ahead and try to assassinate Lum the Doom Tamer.
Blood for the Blood God.
We got Groby Nutters, we got Doom Tamers, and they're all wounded. Harrison Fjord is a champion.
Fool.
Oh,
Ha! The slaughter begins.
we got Yanni Whitebeard coming on over now too. Got him some Trollhammer torpedoes, which are going to be a huge problem for us.
For the gods of
Alright,
chaos.
wise lads, go ahead and have you spread some more fear, and then come join up with Earl, like we said previously.
There is only war.
There is only war. Go ahead and give you some Tzeentch Marauders, and go ahead and mark them on up. Or some normal Marauders and mark them for Tzeentch. Blink. There we go. It's not the most scary of forces. I would love to have some more pink horrors. So that's probably actually what we're going to have to swap on over to gift-wise, because you go from grabbing just the normal pink ones, and you upgrade them up to their exalted variant.
The changer's name.
Alright, Roger, we're just sitting here doing nothing, so let's actually
Seeking intrigue.
make Malachi think there's nothing going on over here, and then we can teleport up on his army. I'm happy to do that.
No.
Early, you go ahead and set up inside the settlement. That will do.
I have had enough of snow.
I've had enough of snow. Completely understandable. Bjornling tribe. Have we fought you guys yet and broken you under our yoke? No, we haven't, so we're going to do that soon. Exiles of Khorne should not like us at all, and they have a dark fortress for us to steal.
Had I no use for you, Khorne would have me take your skull.
I think you're going to get killed soon, so I'm just
We
going to
have
take your
an
money.
accord.
Katerin doesn't seem to like Khorne followers all that much. Skull Smashers we get a really good peace treaty with. How much you willing to pay us for it? Oh, just kidding, it's not that good. Your lives apparently aren't worth that much to you.
Get off, kid!
Are they waiting for us to get closer? Truthfully, I don't know. Go ahead and muddle their minds. Drop movement range, ambush defense, and leadership. Then we gotta use some of our souls. Let's not.
Keep back. Neither of us want your maladies.
I'm sorry, you say neither? Oh. Grandfather reaches out to you from his festering. Did you hear what Vilitch said? Bugger on off there, Dungrut. You smell. Unbelievers resist. The uncorrupted slaves in the Varg's region are resisting. They refuse to submit to the Dark Gods. Punishment must be swift. Let's go ahead and delegate the deed. You all can deal. RoC and his squad are running down into Baroque water. A bold strategy. But one that is ultimately very cowardly. Vilitch.
Master of Misrule.
Destroy. I'll resolve this. It's got rats in it now, too. 300 more souls, and we raise it for... Oh, it's not 2,000. That's so piddly comparatively. We'll still raise it. Burned to cinders.
Bow to me.
Alright, we're replenishing, but very, very lightly. Eirik, can you go ahead and occupy Tancred Castle for me? That would be perfect.
The eagle always sees.
It would also allow me to replenish a little bit more. We just don't have metal shifting. That has been fixed immediately.
Vilitch.
Oh, Seeker for the Hammer Storm. Alright, we got 5,000 gold to use. What say you, map? Get a better port at the Troll Fjord or go for just the walls up there. I don't think it's going to matter. Let's instead go ahead and just snag in one of the lodges here. Let's say the Tribal Garrison. This will get even more research rate for us. The Longship Builder is good for growth and replenishment, but we don't really have any armies up the north right now, so not worth building anything up really in that position. You Skaven are being incredibly unuseful. Got an army looks like probably right in here. Let's go ahead and take a look.
I'll slaughter in your name.
Oh, here comes Oldus. He's ready to fight now. Can't quite assault. 0% chance to succeed there.
I seize, I move.
I don't mind still going for the ambush. Can we catch him with the teleport? Not quite. So we'll drop to the 70% chance. I saw it, don't you? Don't you hide it from me. Alright. There we are. Hopefully that's still in the way. Plagueis, join up with Earl. Make sure you guys all have the best weapons possible. At least that I'm willing to give you. Love this axe. That would be a gnarly thing to get hit by. Got really nothing good. Which is unfortunate, but not to be unexpected. Earl, we're going to go ahead and give you some artillery and one other undivided creature, the Summoners of Rage. Yes. Normally we're the ones having to fight all the undivided, or all of the different Warriors of Chaos RORs. Now we're facing down our enemies with them. Also love for this army to come up here back after us. Skip through here. I actually think we will muddle the minds of these Dawi approaching. This army has succumbed to Tzeentch's unexplicable ways, or unexplainable ways. Now they are vulnerable. Indeed. Roger, just getting blue scribes. We shall give you all. Ooh, the best one against the Dawi is probably actually Kamon. If I get to drop a rock on their head, that always hurts. Yeesh doesn't really work out that well against the dwarves. I think Kamon is what we need. Kamon! Alright, Roger. Get your ambush working.
Chaos.
Ventress, we'll go ahead and have you. It looks like they've finally recruited a patriarch to deal with you. Run for your life. And a turn.
We serve the same master. No need for subterfuge.
What do you want now, Terratus? No. These bolsters let us walk in your territory. Oh, is that right, Oldest?
Yes, my lords.
You're here to raid, are you? Raise or sack Winterfire. They'll get right on that. Alright, so they are kind of hanging out around here now.
Vilitch and Tannen.
What we should do is drop into an ambush. Try to find a good stretch of forest to hide in. Yeah, 45% chance everywhere, huh? That's no good. Oh, there really are no good spots to ambush. Interesting. Well, we will move to the crossroads here. I want him to just barely not be able to reach. Shroud, drain magic. I don't think we need to worry about doing any of that. Go ahead and pull up our Gifts of Chaos real quick, see if there's any of the undivided ones that could be useful for us. No, not right now. We're good with what we got.
They think of me as a rat. I'll show them.
They think of me as a rat. Earl, you actually have an army that's strong enough that Oldest is now a little bit concerned.
Fight. Let us corrupt.
So what if we move up together?
Not likely.
This army is not a joke.
Advance through trickery. Forward unto slaughter.
Come up and away and act like we're recruiting or just doing some more channeling.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, we'll try that. We don't necessarily need the Defenders of the Forbidden Citadel. That's probably a battle we can win with an auto-resolve pretty easily.
For chaos.
I'm going to the other side of the bridge, and we'll go ahead and end the turn there.
You have knowledge to share, fool.
RoC again tries to sue for peace, and I again say no. Alright, Vilitch is an ambuscator, and Oldest is sitting here out in the open. Oh, our ambush was not successful. Unholy tributes and towering monuments ensure that Chaos Gods favor. They do. Now we're on to Culling of the Weak to give us more souls. Can we teleport up on you?
Dominance.
Here's the real question. Can we teleport up on you with reinforcements?
Despoilers come.
Earl, you run up into where reinforcement range would be.
Never stop.
And then we appear from the skies. They failed to spot our ambush, and we have reinforcements. They've got flamethrowers, though. We would lose our chromatic aberrations. I think not. Ambush versus Oldest, rather. Ogmog. He's got 2 Slayers to deal with, and then 2 of these Goblin Hewers. Those are easily going to be the most dangerous. Except for these Iron Drakes, which will torch our poor Marauders, but let's get to it, do some damage. Alright, so we need to get in here and first and foremost, just wipe out these crews as fast as we can. These hammers up front are going to be a big problem. But only for certain members of our squad. Put the chromatic aberrations here. Pink horrors. Drag them over so that way they can do maximum damage to these Slayers. Same thing here with you. Stay close so you can throw those javelins to the Slayers, but not get caught yourselves. Changebringers back here. Screamers also back behind. Then we'll go our front line.
Servants of the Changer.
Marauders aren't going to be super useful, but they're just more for tying up things like the explosive charges there.
Chaos comes.
The hammers are also going to be a huge issue for us.
Glory to the Curseling. as was augured.
Glory to the Curseling.
Marauders of Cinch!
Or you guys go on up a little bit further. Aeson running from this side. Spawn rushing in from behind. The weird spawn are fantastic. Just a little bit stronger versions of your normal Chaos spawn with warp flame attacks.
Cinch sees all!
We'll go ahead and just pull this line down a little bit. Or not. Grab my warriors, please. And the Severed Claw go in behind the other ones. That should work out pretty well. Like our setup. Might have the Change Bringers get a little bit closer, but far enough back they're not getting immediately taken out by the Goblin Ewers. They're going to be a menace. Cycladides. Infantry. Missiles. And big junkies. Alright, let it begin. Immediately go catch those Goblin Ewers. You guys catch this group of 4 warriors, or even these slayers. You guys come through the middle. Fire on the slayers. We'll go for the Guinness Golden Hounds. Right through all these flamethrowers. They're getting a lot of damage in. What do you expect? Been behind here after these Quarrelers is one big group. Change Bringers, go ahead and fly on up behind here. Fortunately, these Quarrelers. A lot of guys all in one spot. Away from the flamethrowers there.
Go disc!
Go disc.
I wish I could cast them.
Alright, all that, those magical missiles should rip them apart fairly quickly.
What was that?
So I have the most amount of magic. Wins of magic with these guys here. Go after the flamethrowers, please. On back, Doom Knights, we're gonna have to fly you over the top. Fire on these Slayers next. Just make sure they're taken out with the legs of our missiles. On through, we'll go on and do weakening the armor here on these Hammerers. Doom Knights flapping over top of them, and then just torch them.
Our duty obeyed.
A bit of friendly fire, that's no bad, or no big deal. Change Bringers. Leave these Hammerers for me. Doom Knights crack in the back of these Longbeards. And that looks like we've got reinforcements would have been a absolute cinch. Blown away. Same thing there with you, Screamers. Pretty much your whole crew, you just gotta hang out. You don't got much use for them. Waters of Rage are never bad though. The Aspiring Champs away here. Change Bringers actually can probably do some pretty decent damage. As long as we can keep our Aspiring Champs from getting hit. And then here with Aeson, if we can move him away but keep him close, the damage over. Ooh. Hell, that's a bath of fire. Here there be dragons. Alright, we got plenty of dwarfs to roll on down, and I will catch you in a moment. It was a good old-fashioned Dawi soul hunt. 581 souls netted full of the bag, and we'll go ahead and sacrifice the rest for 500 more. We need a lot of souls to get to the next category. We need 30,000, we are at 25,000, so we need a whole 4,600 more, pretty much. Enchanted shield there. Oldest has fallen. How sad. Another Magister, some more souls gained from battles for that whole army, and then Dark Plagueis can devote to Tzeentch.
Now they will see true power.
Which can we actually devote you to? Only Tzeentch? Chaos Knight leader, Vanguard deployment for him at Chaos Knights, training. While we probably do want to keep him as an undivided just for the flavor, I'm probably going to end up devoting him to Tzeentch for just being a better overall hero. He becomes bonus versus large, focused, and incredibly tanky. I would say even more so than currently. Let's go for training here, and then a spread fear, or let's go for strategist. Even more experience gain and replenishment. Yes, please.
Lord of Tzeentch.
Go ahead and grab a Heesh with them, and then also Lore of Heavens is alright. Let's go Lore of Death for a couple of zap spells.
Vilitch the Curseling.
Vilitch the Warp Fireling.
For the Weaver.
Roger will give you that Devoted of Chaos into probably spoilers.
Through Tzeentch's will.
Mull cash from raiding. Go ahead and grab scouting here with Gary for more magical items, and then Route Marcher on Papa Earl.
Let us corrupt.
Well, that worked out gloriously.
Let us corrupt.
Now with the Malachi squad gone, we can keep pushing on to get rid of him. And even maybe even stabbing Valkia in the back. Or at least we can kind of hold back, let her hold the line against the Ice Court, and then eventually fall. Then we can move in and swoop in and save the day. That would be glorious. Guessing we've unlocked more Tzeentch. Yeah, we've unlocked Magical Worship, giving us the Chaos War Shrine of Tzeentch. Not a bad one, but I prefer that to be coming from our cultists. Or our Chaos Sorcerers, even. Alright, Vilitch can go for an ambush here, too. If we teleport on top of Ugrok, we would just be fighting the Orc Boys, which is going to be a mess, but we've got all the armor here. So, let's use our cheeky stance to its fullest. We teleport in. He is in camp stance, so we thought he was going to be able to avoid our ambush. Joke's on you. Vilitch is, and actually all Tzeentch factions are monsters, because they can just teleport up in your face. Now, this could be a fun one to fight. I bet you lots of damage on both sides just because of what this is. Let's do it. Alright, let's do it. The best way to corral this nonsense. Oh, do they not have a way to escape? So something is kind of broken with their deployment, where they normally would deploy all the way over there and have to walk this way. They're already up at the front of their deployment, and there is no flee zone for them, so they're going to be attacking us with maximum aggression, which I think should be a lot of fun. Here's what we'll do. Chosen. We're going to have the hard job of corralling, keeping them in position here, and here. That way none of them managed to make it through. They might be able to push through with a sheer amount of bodies. We'll go for the Thousand Sons of the other, for the actual proper front line. The enemies are so much taller than us, the flamethrowers actually should be able to torch over the tops of our troops. We'll find out real quick if I'm wrong here. More square positions, they're easier to hide behind our lines. I will go Blazing Squealers here. We indeed. Something like this. You can go Doom Knights on either end, kind of clog nonsense up, try to get around. Yeah, they with the spawn. We're not going to really be able to come after them at all. It's just going to be hoping they're going to come towards us, and we're going to hope we have what it takes to deal. Which we definitely do, but that's what this one is. It's definitely a hold line. These guys behind. We'll find a new spot for them as we go, and then the Halberdier Warriors in interlaced with the blades. Aryan Village up front. Chaos Shrine also up front. Just kind of flying around because they have got no missiles. I really care about you guys being in guard mode, and I guess also the front line. Let it begin. I'm gonna treason a Zeech right off the bat here. Are they just gonna run? And I don't mind. Get him, Hammer Storm. You guys go after the mage in the back line there. Oh, they actually made it through. Yeah, that's what I was kind of scared of. They would just be able to use their mass to push through into our back line. Catch those trolls. Take them down. Not gonna be as effective as normal, but we'll go for it. Metal spells too. Not as effective as normal, but we'll still drop them on in. We can watch. Don't want to lose flamers. Pull them away continuously. We've got another group pushed through to the back lines. We've got much more of a neon blue scheme here with Vilitch. Where Kairos has got a much more dark, kind of almost not quite navy, but much more dark blue. Vilitch is really neon. Oh, that's pretty substantial damage. Go ahead and pull them out for a moment. Flamers took a little bit of hits themselves, and it's mostly just their armor, so we can get towards the back line. Having a hard time rushing in there and getting charged and repeat. So we'll move them away. Let our horrors do all the work. Look at them going for the surround. We are unimpressed. Where are my flamethrowers though? I guess maybe shoot at something else instead. Metal spells. Where are you at, Harry? Scare these poor fools off. We got the metal fountains dropping on them. All those boys in the back line, and that is more unfortunate orcs. If we're not careful here, we're not gonna be able to kill their general. I have nothing to lock him in place yet. We need that one gift that allows us to have the Gaze of Fate. Almost got him. And we don't quite have the speed to catch these guys. I'm gonna do what I can to round up the rest of these orcs here. Who we can, and I'll catch you in a moment. Right, a decisive win, 405 more souls, and then we can sacrifice a few more. Glorious. And that is one large army dealt with. You deal with a wall, 101. You can do the same thing to Grimgor if he comes trundling on down your way. You just go ahead and joink, run on top of him, and there's nothing you can do about it. Unless you fail that ambush, which is always possible. If you're fighting Grimgor, best thing to do is just take out his army and avoid him at all costs. And you'll do fine. In turns, we get this one up to the next tier, which is unfortunate. We just have the Ice Drake Fjord. We can hand it over to the scaling. Here, it's probably about time that they have built up enough units. Another treasure house would be very nice. Allow us to fuel our empire mostly with just battles, as we're supposed to. Let's Groby Nuggets back. Go ahead and give him another ambush. Oh, we failed this time. So unfortunate. Magic reveal shroud. I think we're good there. I wouldn't mind changing over one of the Gifts of Tzeentch. Yeah, this one here, Arrows of Destiny, sounds awesome, especially in place of the research rate. Go ahead and add it on in. Extra ammo, extra experience gain, and then 3 uses of a minus 40 melee attack and cannot move. Who's going to stop us now?
Vilitch the Curseling.
Last point into Warp Fire. We also have Chaos Vanguard. That's non-demonic infantry. Savage Bloodlust is also for demonic melee units, which is counting all of your horrors, really. Sounds good to me. Mortals, demons. Oh, sorry. This was the demons. Oh, never mind. I'm incorrect in both fronts.
Bow to me.
I'm thinking here with Kevin, we'll snag last point into Plague of Rust, and Harry can have himself some more damage.
Vilitch and Tavern.
Fantastic. Stitch up Black Bog. How would you like to come fight? Looks like Leif is going to claim Grungzint. A bit unfortunate, but that'll work. In fact, everything down here is... oh, it's all Skaven. They're not Skaven we know. How exciting. That is going to be souls for days. Whole buckets of souls. I'm going to go ahead and grab another... yeah, we'll go ahead and grab the spawn cave here. Increase our undivided corruption a bit. Which will, again, help out our control. We'll come on down to these two, which I guess neither of you have any more movement left over. Wouldn't mind just forcing you into a march dance real quick.
Promise. Very well, I'll move. My magic is yours.
Adventurers, we got no money, so your job again is to go up here to the bridge and make sure no one can cross. That should be our turn.
Oh, now that is interesting. Intriguing, even.
Military alliance. I mean, if we can snag some corn units before she kicks the bucket, sure.
Cease your prattling.
Skull Smashes have... oh no, Clan Mange has attacked them. He gets help. Fantastic. These are Skaven that are rocking Chaos Warriors. They know what's up. Delivering Steel Armor, a Dragonbane Gem, and some Fertility Rites here in the Doom Keep. So they gotta pass their time somehow. Roger. Roger. We'll bring you up to here to encamp.
Ready.
Ambush with Papa Earl.
It's well done.
Go get every our units, see if they can be upgraded. It'd be cool if you could change them into in cores. It's the same ROR unit, it's just it's exalted. I don't know what level rank you guys have to be knights. Rank 8. That's quite some time. They could go to chariots now, but I am not a fan of chariots, especially against the dwarves. Scouting. Let's snag Plague of Rust to drop that dwarf in armor. Get right around their resistances to spells by just bursting their armor. Upgrade the Citadel. Literally 9 turns before we can do anything there. Alright, here are the Vanaheim Mountains. We'll go ahead and snag the upgraded port, or we'll save. I think we'll go ahead and save. At least we can hit Baroque Water. I'd love to actually claim Grungzint because we can get the marble camp here. Further drop the construction costs for all of our buildings. Let's go ahead and first sack or raise Baroque Water, depending on what gives us more souls. Gives us enough souls to make it worth it. 253, yeah, that's fine.
Burn with Zinchian fire.
Burn with Zinchian fire.
Witness the power of Vilitch.
Go ahead and start working on his Savage Bloodlust as well to give all that demonic melee units a little bit more armor. Actually, I say that. Let's go for our actual frontline infantry.
It was my
That's the Chaos Vanguard, so 12 more armor, 8 more melee attack.
Come in. You must improve.
Come in. Alright, well, they didn't expect us to invade through Chantilly. No one ever does. Still wants a bigger upgrade in the Vanaheim Mountains. Answer to you on that one is maybe. But skills and technology now. He's been sitting here watching for so long and he trips on a rock. first time he goes in and gets stabbed on a icicle. Rough stuff.
What? Blood, the blood
Failed. Lots of failures going around now. We shall snag the port now. I'm gonna save, but there's really no reason. We'll catch this army if they decide to come out and ambush, and then if not, we'll just move in as one and run them over.
I do so enjoy it when a willing
Alright, keeps
puppet
bothering us.
comes.
What do you want? Military access. Nah, you guys can enjoy the sensation of seasickness a little bit longer. Mule is gone. Olaf was discovered ambushing. Oh, good, Malachi's back. Think they have an ambush themselves over here somewhere? Can't we discover it by just ambushing them back? By teleporting in on top of them? Harrison, see if they're just back over here and out of line of sight. There he goes, he's just running. Neither of you can reach, so we'll just gotta come on in and raid. Steal some monies. And just stay in ambush in front of them. That will do. Alright, so we've got Gore Buds up there in Grungzint. I don't see any more greenskins this direction, so let's try to beat our vassals up here. That way we can actually vassalize this faction too. We are going to get the marble camp. I went about it a little bit in the wrong order, but that'll be right. Alright, well let's go ahead and give it one more intern here, see if we can't. How far forward can you go there?
I foresee destruction.
Do that. That way we're actually in a very good chance to have an ambush. And in the turn. Alright, ambushers over there in the old world. We're going to go ahead and just move in to surround Malachi then with these guys. Roger, you lead the charge. This should be the easiest victory ever. There's the decisive. We do lose a unit though. Interesting. We can circle up, see if there's anything else we can get to on in the old world itself before we hand things on over here. Yeah, let's move up here. Auto resolve Gorbuds. Gorbirds. Gorbirds is the words. Drop kick straight off the nearest mountain. We shall sack the settlement. Oh, we can't make it back in to subjugate them. Iric. We need to leave, sir. Go somewhere else. Alright, we're probably not going to be able to confederate these, or at least not confederate, but subjugate these guys. Which is fine. As I've said a couple times here, Vilitch doesn't necessarily care about having all of the vassals, but it's fun to have. Plus, you get to see a whole ton of armies that normally wouldn't have barrier, rocking barrier, and see how that affects their overall auto-resolve strategy.
Come in, you fool!
712 damage. Alright, quick cut. We will pick up the next episode here for the Siege of Winterpire. That way we can try to win the battle without losing this one unit of Marauders. Who knows, it could be the Summon of Spirit of Grungni that just finishes them off, which would be quite both poetic and hilarious. For now, though, I'm out of time for today. Thank you all so much for stopping by today's Vilitch the Curseling campaign. If you all enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub throne, and I will see you all in the next one.